Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we have some interesting developments in Celebrity Big Brother 3. Now, finally, Lamar versus Todrick is brewing, and it is hilarious. Those of you who do not know, so from the HOH competition, it looks as though Misha and Todrick threw the HOH to Todd. It looks like it was some type of food tasting competition of some sort so that they didn't have to get any blood on their hands of having to put up Cynthia and Carson once again on the block and renege on their Final Four deal. And so they, as a result of this competition, I guess there were some punishments. And so I guess Todrick chose Lamar to be in a costume with him where they're basically attached to each other for 24 hours. And they have had it with each other. I think Todrick underestimated Lamar and thought that he can manipulate things, or thought Lamar was dumb. And he got a rude awakening. Lamar may not know Big Brother, but he's not a stupid person. Like, that's the difference of what's going on here. He's not gullible like a Cynthia or like a Carson. And so let's get to some of these things that happen. I am, of course, tweeting some things from Joker's updates as well as BB updates for those of you who are not aware of what is taking place, or for those of you who are aware and want to react. So the following took place this morning. It says Lamar to Todrick, like I was telling them in there in the DR, in this competition, it's one and that's me. As long as everybody leaves here healthy and plays the game, I really could care less, because if I don't win, then I lose. And so then, Todrick is like, right, but, and Lamar says, there's no buts to me about that. You feel me? And Todrick's like, there's a lot of buts for me. And Lamar's like, well, you're a little bit more emotional when it comes to winning and losing, I see. And so then it says, Todrick, I wouldn't call it emotional. And Lamar says, well, it sounds like it. And so then there's Cardgate. so like there's just so much drama today. So Cardgate happens, and Todrick basically Lamar rips up this brand new deck of cards that I guess Todrick had requested because they didn't want to use the cards that Shayna was using. Like this is the childish behavior that we are dealing with in 2022, and Todrick at his big age of 36 years old is pulling stunts like these. And so it says, Todrick says to Lamar, they're all in the storage room with Todd, Lamar, Todrick, and Todd. And so Todrick says, I can't believe you just did that. Rip the cards. Lamar, I can't believe a lot of things you're talking about, saying, or doing. And Todrick says, what? Lamar says, I'm not explaining myself. And Todrick says, good, because you can't. And Lamar's like, I can. And at this point, they have left the storage room, and they're walking back, to where they've been sleeping at, which is outside of the cuckoo room and right against on the other side of the pink room. And so Todrick says, that was, excuse my language, asshole-ish move, and I would not have done that to you. I ordered those cars yesterday. I would have never got something that you asked for and rip it up. If I did, you would not think it was funny. And Lamar says, oh, sorry, you paid so much money for your cards. Because how much is a deck of cards, you guys? How much is a deck of cards? And so then Todrick says, we've all been working together as a team to make sure you are not even an option to go up. And Lamar says, to make the mistake for me to turn against y'all when y'all at least expect it, that's too bad for y'all, because I already see where this is going. You know what? Props to Lamar. If you guys can rig things for Misha and Todrick and coincidentally not have Shayna's name be a viable option for the power of veto to at least have an opportunity to save herself, even if the competition didn't even favor her, you can do an NBA All-Star veto for Mr. LAMAR ODOM, or NBA history or Rhode Island history for Mr. LAMAR ODOM of some sort. Because I need him to make the finale. I need him to be in Final 3 one way or another, because he is giving me life, he is giving me entertainment. And so the biggest issue was Blondegate, because then there was this back and forth, because Todrick keeps trying to put out these feelers like he's trying to recreate a cookout, but it's all nonsense. It is all hogwash. So Lamar says the following. He says, Misha is a beast. Todrick says, I know, but in 2022, do you want to help some white blonde girl get to the end? And Lamar said, color of her skin didn't matter. And Todrick said, it's not about that though. And Lamar said, so why did you bring it up? And Todrick says, I'm just saying, listen, it is lit. This has so many people pissed off because, as you know, Todrick's claim to fame is from a blonde white woman, is from the Taylor Swift. And now all of a sudden, you are so triggered, you are so bothered by Sheena, but you Misha's behind every 2 seconds. So make it make sense. Are you for the people? Are you not? But in this case, Lamar is right. Race has nothing to do with this. It's all about the best man or woman who wins the game. Like, what are you talking about? And so then Janelle tweets and says, so wait, it's okay to accept a music award with a blonde white girl when it furthers your career, but a blonde white girl can't win Big Brother because of the color of her skin? Make it make sense. And drop the mic. I mean, Lamar is eating up Todrick in the house, and everybody's eating up Todrick outside of the house. Todrick really messed with the wrong one. He really thought that he could dupe Lamar, and Lamar would just go with whatever nonsense he was spewing, and he got his wake-up call today that Lamar is not the one to F with. Like, I don't know what is wrong with people. And Todd is stupid if he puts up Lamar and Carson next to each other. Just stupid. You need to put up Carson and Cynthia so it neutralizes the vote so that they can't take each other off the block. Like, just dumb stuff. And then they're talking about who's sitting out the veto. Once it gets to top 6, everybody plays in the veto. There's no sit out. So, once again, you guys, like, get it together. Put up Cynthia and Carson and keep it moving. And I noticed that Todd, he said nothing to Lamar. He's not getting buck with Lamar like he did Cynthia. So tells you who he has the energy for and who doesn't. And Todd is up here talking about some delusions that Shayna is into him, which is fake news. Shayna, the only person I would make an argument Shayna might have been into, and if they, were single in another lifetime, and Chris Kirkpatrick wasn't married, I would say her and Chris Kirkpatrick would be a perfect match. They would be soulmates. They're like the next Memphis and Christmas is how I would view them. Just because they have like instant chemistry, instant connection, instant everything. And if they met at another point in time, or if, the stars were aligned for that, I think they would be a perfect match. But all Lamar did was maybe try to flirt with Shayna a few times, and she, wasn't featuring it. And even Todd, to an extent, has tried to flirt to an extent. But, them just slandering Shayna for no reason, for just existing, is just stupid. And so we do have confirmation as well that Sheena did in fact unfollow her, what's presumably is her former boyfriend after being, up to speed on all of the shenanigans and nonsense he's doing. But I just cannot wait to hear from some of the other house guests. And I hope that Sheena and Chris Kirkpatrick do a live or do like a Q&A or something. So we can kind of just get their thoughts on what is happening in this house, because it is a hot mess. Everything is flipped upside down. And, now it seems like whoever the target is, they're just isolated. And I knew there was never going to be a cookout part 2. That was all fake news. Todrick doesn't care about a cookout. Despite them, staying in his mansion, he doesn't care. So it is what it is. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.